Hey guys, it's Kagura here, and back with another video. This time, this is Kagura Mikazuchi in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamonds Unbreakable art style. I've expressed that Diamonds Unbreakable is my favorite part of JoJo's, and I also expressed that Golden Wind's my least favorite. I expressed how disappointing it was overall. I will explain why, and I'll compare it to Star Wars Crusaders in this sense as well. So, the objective... okay, let's just talk about Golden Wind. So the objective of Giorno Giovanna is to join the mafioso, become the head of it, and get rid of all the drugs, because he, in his mind, which I agree with this concept, it's just sad to see underage kids engage in drugs, because drugs harm the body. So I agree with the sentiment, and then but in terms of how everything goes about, it just, I don't know, it's not very exciting. So the biggest plot twist, as I explained in the last episode, in the last video, I'm recording this on the same day, but in the last video, which was yesterday's, I explained that, yeah, the biggest plot twist is Diavolo wanted Trish delivered to him, not so he could protect her, but so he can kill her himself. Which, the logic in this is absolutely just horrendously complete crap. If his true objective was to get Trish killed, he could have hired any of his loyal mafioso, especially Mr. Pericolos, specifically, given that the guy was willing to shoot himself in order to make sure this mission was a secret. He was more than willing to kill himself. He could have just hired someone to just assassinate. Like, bro, why is it this guy Diavolo felt like he had to be the one to kill her? He could have had anyone else do it. I'm extremely confused by the idea. Like, so yes, it's the biggest plot twist, but when you really think about it, it's not logical, at least for Diavolo. So that's the thing, and basically, this entire series is Bruno's group, which includes himself, obviously he's the leader, Giorno Giovanna, Leone Baccio, Panacota Fugo, Guido Mista, Naranka, and I think that's it. There's 6 of them. So yeah, Bruno, Giorno, Leone, Naranka, Mista. Wait, dang, I need to start over. Bruno, Leone, Giorno, Naranka, Fugo, Mista. Yeah, I think. Okay, so it might be better. It might be easier if I go off of the names of their stands, because I believe I can name all their stands. Superman, Golden Wind, Moody Jazz, 6 Bullets, Little Bomber, and Purple Smoke. Okay, yeah, that's 6 different ones. I remember I watched this one guy, I believe it was either Caleb IA or Exports, popular JoJo YouTubers, people that randomly came to him recommended. Both of them, or I don't remember which one of them it was, but one of them mentioned that Purple Smoke was overpowered, and therefore they did, he had to be like written out of like most of the story, which I don't necessarily agree with. Well, I could see why. So, basically the ability of Purple Smoke is that he can produce a virus that has no cure, and that the user himself, Fugo, can't do anything about once it's infected an individual. That's how they killed the guy who had the Mirror Man stand. I forget the guy's name, but that's how they killed him. The poison, he couldn't do shit about it, like, unfortunately. And Giorno was only able to survive because he turned a brick into a snake and had said snake, gave birth to the snake via golden wind within the purple smoke, so that way he can use this brick snake's blood to make an antidote so he wouldn't die. Realistically speaking, the only other person who would be able to counteract this ability would potentially be Josuke Higashikata, because he can correct destroyed matter, but I'm not sure if if Shining Diamond could like separate the smoke, the virus from purple smoke. The virus might still like just constantly eat away at the body until the user dies. I'm not even sure if Josuke Higashikata could do anything about it. Especially considering the virus isn't like a physical. It's not like a physical thing that Shining Diamond would be able to hold on to, like Aqua Necklace, for example, when Josuke took it out of his mom. But yeah, so the series just goes on. Okay, so the first mission, the primary mission, get Trish to her father. After the twist, their general objective is to protect her and defeat Diavolo. The general objective is very linear. And this is why I wanted to make the comparison to Star Wars Crusaders, because to be fair, you could say a similar thing, because the entire objective for the Joestar group is to go over to Egypt, specifically Cairo, Egypt, and defeat Dion. To me, though, Star Wars Crusaders is massively more interesting, and it's hard to explain why, or to articulate why, but like with Golden Wind, like I say, yeah, that's the one major plot twist. I wouldn't say any characters truly develop. I guess the flashbacks, if you want to count them, basically throughout the beginning of the series, each person in Bruno's group has their own past explained, but every episode's just they encounter a stand user who tries to stop them from their objective. It's either 1 or 2 episodes of the group finding a way to take them down. And Star Wars Crusaders does have some similarities, but there are some things that make things different. For example, the episode with Zenyatta and Mondatta, the two brothers who have Thoth and the Khanum stands. Zenyatta having the Khanum stand, which allows them to transform into anyone. That one's more of a comedic episode, just like the 2-part episode with Mondatta and Whole Horse. Each character had their own story and development within each of these fights. Also, the story, each episode generally focused on 1 or 2 characters, especially during multiple parts. For example, when they fought the goddess of Bast, Mariah, that was focused on Joseph and Avdol. And then Alessi, the focus was mostly on Polnareff, and at the end, Alessi hit Jotaro because Alessi, he or she, knew that Jotaro didn't develop a stand until very recently. However, they didn't know that Jotaro as a little kid could clap them cheeks, regardless of not having a stand. Polnareff was just, as a kid, was significantly weaker than Jotaro, obviously, because Polnareff couldn't do anything and Jotaro just instantly clapped Alessi. That was very comedic in the idea that Alessi just got beat up by a little kid. And it's funny because this Alessi individual can only win by turning their enemies into little kids. They can't fight adults. That's why they turn them into little kids. Like, geez, that's sad. And then the development of Star Platinum and Star Platinum the World via the last 4 episodes, that's a thing. Polnareff seeing Abdul and Iggy sacrifice themselves in order to save him. I can probably go on more about this in the next video because I can't finish this in the next 15 seconds, so I'll talk to you guys in the next one.